Whipping all this double bitty chopper. We fuck all you bitches at the trap house. I can't trust you, I can't give you real address. I can't trust you, I can't give you real address. They don't mean that be like Jerry Stacker. I might fall in love with my trapper.
Stay savage, your boy Shino Ventura. What's poppin'? Today we are back, and guess what? The boy is back with some Boruto episode 79. Yes, we are back with the review. I realized I haven't really been saying stay savage in the beginning of the videos. Usually I just be like, what's poppin', or I usually go into the topic of the video and just go into it, you know what I mean? It wasn't really my old formula. A lot of people have been wondering where has that went. A lot of people were like, yo Shino, what's going on? I actually got a couple of comments about that before, and I was wondering, hey, should I bring it back, you know? And mind you, it's not something that's gonna go away. It was just something like I just wasn't doing it. It was like, you know how something just happens to roll off your tongue naturally, and then like sometimes you don't say it. It was kind of one of those things. But honestly, I'm so excited to see what goes down in the next coming up episodes of Boruto, because like Boruto episode 79 was really a shocker. I kind of had a feeling it would go along those lines, but I didn't think it would get as critical as it did. Now, before we get into the main event, the main topic of the video, which is the title, the Mitsuki versus Boruto type of vibe that we got going on in here, you know what I'm saying? We got the Mitsuki and Boruto reunion, but honestly it turned into something else, you know what I mean? So clearly Kokuyo is standing in the way of Sarada, Shikadai, and Boruto. This man has been showing his taijutsu. My man has been exerting the waves, dog. He's been like punching the air, kind of like he went into some type of 8 gates, and he punched the air so hard that it made this big ass trail of wind just like slap Boruto. There is some serious stuff going down with this dude. I'm talking about this man is putting in proper work. Like honestly, I understand that he's an experimental project, and then like he even notes in this fight with Boruto, Sarada, and Shikadai, he basically says, look, I don't know any ninjutsu, so I pride myself on getting strong. I can't use ninjutsu, so my whole thing is getting strong. And that's when we see Seikei actually mention something about that later on, and that's what makes me enjoy this character a little bit more now, because he basically wants to be as strong as he can possibly be due to the lack of his ninjutsu abilities. And that's something that we see in a lot of characters like Metal Lee, Rock Lee, you know, Might Guy, Might Die, essentially like the whole little lineage of the taijutsu masters. You know, basically these people were never really good at using ninjutsu, so they just went all out in taijutsu. Now we seen that re-explored in Boruto. Now clearly I know some of you guys probably like, oh, it's copy and paste, but his vendetta is more different, because when you look at Kokuyo, he's more so trying to get stronger because he isn't human. So that's his will. His will is to get stronger. That's what he made his will. And you know, like Mitsuki, the whole arc is behind Mitsuki basically going out and finding his will, finding out his reasoning for living. What is his meaning? What is his purpose? That's what we see Mitsuki trying to acquire, which we see in this arc that's been happening. Obviously due to the buildup of the arc, when he was talking to the previous Tsuchikage Okanoki, he basically was asking like what is will. He was trying to get the understanding of it, and that's pretty much what led into everything. And the reason why Mitsuki left the village is because he wants to know the secrets of his meaning, the secrets of his life, the secrets of his origin, and he wants to know everything about himself, and he wants to figure out if his will is his own. So that's what we see, you know, being exerted on up in this arc. You know, we see Kokuyo talking about his will is to get stronger, you know what I'm saying? And like it's just really dope. And they even talk about how like these creations want to be stronger than humans. They better than humans, you know. They talk about how like they're so much higher end than humans. It's kind of like on some iRobot shit. It's like, you created me, but guess what? I was created to be better than you, even though you created me, and I'm still better than you. So it's like one of those things where you might see these guys kind of like break off from Lord Ku and then start to make themselves, like, you know what I mean? It's more like, hey, fuck you, I'm going to do my own thing, you know. I'm not really worried about what you talking about. I'm going to do what I want to do. And that's what we see like basically with Kokuyo. He wants to get stronger and stronger, and he feels like he's a little bit above the normal humans. Same thing with Seikei. They feel like they're stronger than ordinary humans, you know. They don't live as long as humans, but they do feel like they're stronger and they're on a different level than humans. And then like, you know, it's one of those things that you would see like play out in a different lighting. Now obviously Shikadai, Sarada basically went ahead and fought against Kokuyo, and with Boruto obviously, and this man just dominated. He just put them down. It was one of those things where it was like, okay, obviously he had the Akuda with him and such, It was one of those things where they were first getting a glimpse of it, and then, you know, obviously Mitsuki found out that the Akuda was basically like connected to like Seikei and them. So maybe Mitsuki didn't understand in the beginning, but now he's starting to get like a little bit of more of understanding. But their combination with Shigadai is always really nice. I like to see Sarada put in work. Sarada took the Sha and she slammed the Akuda into the ground. Shigadai followed up with the Shadow Possession. That shit was dope. And then we saw the classic but clean Rasengan from Boruto. Obviously, Boruto jumps into his Rasengan, unlike Naruto. Naruto jumps into it sometimes, but like they emphasize on Boruto's jump a lot more than Naruto's, because sometimes you saw Naruto just run up and do it. Like Boruto is always like jumping and then like thrusting into it, you know, trying to like show, hey, my Rasengan is more dominant than my dad. You know what I mean? So it was really dope to see him do that to the Akuda, and I was like, okay, I see you. Now clearly Chocho and Inojin pulled up because, you know, Sarada and Boruto and Shikadai could not handle Kokuyo. They couldn't. It was just actually really fucked up. And then it got to the point where, you know, those two went ahead, and then Shikadai and them stayed, like Shikadai stayed with Inojin and Chocho to fight against Kokuyo, and even still they couldn't do anything to this man. It was one of those things where it was just like they are putting in so much work, and like he just brushing it off. The man was just eating it up. He was like, yo, you guys are easy, you guys are feeble, you know what I mean? So it took for Shikadai to think of a strategy, and then basically force them into retreating. And, you know, Kokuyo obviously is going pulled up on Mitsuki and shit like that, and Seikei. So on the other end of the spectrum, we got fucking Seikei going against Boruto and Sarada. And it's one of those things where this dude is kind of crazy. Like, you know, it's like he's interested in humans so much, and he likes their humor, but he also is interested in their type of powers. So we see them trying to attempt some type of formation attack against him, and it's more so Boruto and Sarada are kind of running away this whole entire like fight sequence, you know, and to the point where Boruto summons Garaga, and then Garaga was just like, yo, I'm not listening to you. Like, I don't care what you talking about, but I didn't sign up to help you. I signed up to watch Mitsuki kill you. And I was just like, damn. And, you know, I really had that idea in my head that Garaga would not help Boruto and them. That's what I really thought. I was thinking to myself, like, he's not going to help them. He's going to be summoned, and he's just not going to do anything. He's going to look at them and just be like, yo, why did you summon me? What's the purpose of this? Like, what do you plan on achieving from summoning me here? I never said I was going to help you. And that's exactly what he said. And it gave me this OG ass Boss Toad vibe, you know, because when Naruto used to summon Boss Toad used to get pissed off. He'd be like, yo, what you summoning me for? You a puny little boy? Like, what? Why you keep summoning me? Like, Boss Toad wasn't having that with Naruto, you know what I'm saying? And he was getting kind of fed up that he felt like Naruto was abusing the fact that he had a contract with him, and like he was summoning him and shit like that. So it was one of those things where it was just like, okay, we got a nostalgia factor in here. Garaga was like, I'm not here to take orders from you. I didn't come here to sign up for you. I didn't come here for you to actually come and assert your quote unquote dominance over me, my dude. I came here just to watch you get fucked up by Mitsuki. And it became the point where Garaga was just sitting there making fun of Boruto get his ass beat up by Seikei. It was so funny to me because I was just like, yo. And then they give him just like this funny ass voice. So it's just like he's laughing at him the whole time. Boruto's getting frustrated. Seikei is out here throwing detonating clay. And then he even speaks on something that we wasn't really supposed to know about early on. I think they just was like hinting this is foreshadowing for the future, but it talks about how he was implanted with detonating clay, and it seems like maybe Kokuyo was implanted with strong physical abilities to have taijutsu. So it seems like they are implanted with the types of ninjutsu or taijutsu, kenjutsu, or etc., etc., etc. Amongst their creation. You know, once they're getting created, Lord Ku kind of picks what he wants them to specialize in, and that's what they have. So maybe due to like experimenting with Mitsuki, he'll find out how to make them live longer, as well as add multiple traits instead of just one, because it seemed like, you know, obviously each one individually have their own type of power. You know, it seems like the girl with the umbrella, she had genjutsu, while Seikei had the detonating clay that was just lashed to his body. Then we see Kokuyo with the taijutsu, and I guess the next person will either have shuriken jutsu or kenjutsu or some shit like that, you know, because it's basically looking like that. It shows that these guys are like mastery of individual elements and not just one thing. Like, you know, one type of power, I mean multiple types of power is just one thing. thing. It's kind of like just taijutsu, just genjutsu, good, just ninjutsu. You know what I mean? So hopefully we'll see like the guy, actually the extra guy with the red hair, pull out something. I forgot what his name was. And then hopefully the girl does something outside of genjutsu. Maybe we'll get to see her fight later on. But for the most part, Garga was just laughing at Boruto. It was really funny. I know I'm going back to that, but I think that was my highlight. So then Mitsuki kind of pulls up, right? Mitsuki pulls up. I knew Mitsuki was going to pull up. It didn't make no sense. Mitsuki put down the Akuta that was back there guarding him. I know he did. He put them down, and then essentially when he put them down, he pulled up on Seikei. And Boruto was actually about to kill Seikei. It was over. This was the moment where Boruto did not hesitate. He saw that opening. He saw him getting weak. Seikei said, not now. And I think that's the deterioration of their creation. And that's probably why they're trying to use Mitsuki to stay human longer or stay in their physical forms longer, because something happens where, like, you know, their creation doesn't last that long. So that's probably why they need Mitsuki to solidify their lives. And so essentially, Boruto saw that sign of weakness. Boruto was aiming for it, bro. Boruto was trying to off him and just end it all right then and there. But Mitsuki pulls up, and I'm like, yo, Mitsuki, what you doing? Mitsuki pulls up, throw the kunai, you know, slaps the kunai out of Boruto's hand. And I'm thinking to myself, like, yo. And then he just talks about how this is his will. This is what he wants to accomplish. This is what he wants to do. So I'm thinking to myself, is like, damn, Mitsuki really going on some Sasuke shit. Like, you know, he's not really searching for power, but more so a meaning, more so an existence that he himself has come to the conclusion for. It's like, hey, I solved this problem and this is my conclusion, so this is what I want. You know, I'm going to search out for the thing that I want, you know, not what my parent told me to look for, you know, not what my parent told me to do. It's kind of like us, you know, your parent can instill a job into you, you know what I'm saying? They can instill this type of life that they want you to lead, but you're going to do what you want to do at the end of the day regardless. You have to be the person that say, hey, I want to be a YouTuber. Hey, I want to be a Twitch streamer. Hey, I want to do both. Hey, I want to be a content creator and then run other platforms while having a job. You know what I'm saying? You have to be in charge of your own life, and don't let nobody lead you to what they think you should be doing, you know, because at the end of the day, you're in the driver's seat. And that's something that Mitsuki has been showing a lot. Mitsuki's in the driver's seat, so he wants to see if his will is really, you know, to be connected to Boruto. So he's testing it, and he's going out and searching for his own vendettas, his own, like, you know, lifestyle. You know, he's not trying to figure out what, you know, Orochimaru gave him. He just wants to do what he wants to do, because, you know, if you guys remember back when the chicken hatched, was it the chicken or the bird or whatever? I think it was the chicken that hatched, and it thought Inojin was his parent, and it started copying everything that Inojin did, and everybody talked about how, like, you know, baby ducks or baby chickens, basically the first person they see, they believe that's their parent, and then they, you know, usually pick up traits and pick up their will from the person that they've been with. Mitsuki basically took that and he ran with it, you know, and he felt like that's why he was after Boruto, and that's why he wanted to be connected to Boruto, because Orochimaru kept telling him that's what he should be doing, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, damn, this shit getting deep. I know a lot of people probably not looking at it like that, but it's really more than what we see. And so obviously we got Boruto and Mitsuki in this like mixed kind of talk, you know, he's trying to get him to come back. He pulls out the headband and shit like that. Mitsuki actually goes to the aid of Seikei before this, and, you know, he makes sure Seikei's alright. And it was like, whoa, he just completely ignored and brushed off Boruto. Then once the headband scene happened, you know, I'm thinking, you know, he's just gonna like push Boruto's hand back to him or something, or just push his hand down. But he just like bats his shit. He bats the fucking headband out of his hand. And then in the midst of this was the complete shocker for me. This was the thing that I was just like, yo, like, I'm talking about my boy Mitsuki cocked back. I'm talking about he did the lightning snake jutsu. I was just like, yo, are you serious? He just literally slapped my boy Boruto in the chest. Boruto could have potentially died, but I feel like Mitsuki didn't want to kill Boruto, so he just did enough just to knock him out, and that was about it. Because I feel like if Mitsuki really wanted to kill him, he could have definitely pierced through Boruto and definitely like off Boruto right then and there. So a lot of people are like hitting me up, it's like, yo, Mitsuki nearly killed Boruto and shit like that, but it was like, he didn't necessarily kill him. I think he was more so trying to knock him out to keep him safe from Kokuyo and Seikei, because mind you, Boruto still doesn't know about Mitsuki's personal objectives, because if Mitsuki was completely evil, why would he like keep the guard alive? Maybe he's doing something under orders of Orochimaru. Maybe Orochimaru is having him like investigate the hidden stone and go after the people that's trying to imitate his creations or something in the background. I feel like it's more than what we think it is. I do feel like Mitsuki is searching for his own will in his own way, but I feel like Orochimaru may have been giving him a little bit of guidance, or letting people know about his creation, that way they could seek it out, and then he could go there and basically go with Boruto, because he knew Boruto was going to intervene with Mitsuki and then stop people from creating other synthetic humans like he did. I don't know exactly how this is supposed to play out, but I thought it was really dope. And then pretty much Boruto blacks out as Mitsuki and the group start to walk off, and that pretty much wraps up the episode. And I was just like, yo, I didn't expect that. I expected just I don't want to be bothered with you type of shit and then dip. This was completely different from Naruto and Sasuke retrieval arcs. Naruto and Sasuke retrieval arcs, Naruto chases Sasuke sees him, they kind of clash for a little bit, Sasuke dips. Then there was like the final valley the first time, they actually blended, and obviously it was like this long ass fight. Obviously Naruto passed out. Sasuke got up after being dealt with a little bit from Naruto, and he runs off into the forest and shit like that. And then they re-meet over and over a couple of times, but they clash and dip. This was more of a one shot. Like Mitsuki just fucking hit him, and that was it. My man was on the ground. He was just laying there, and I was just like, damn, poor Boruto. But that was overall the episode. Let me know your personal thoughts and personal opinions on today's episode. If you have your own personal thoughts and personal opinions, leave those in the comment section below. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a thumbs up. With that being said, my name is Shino Ben Trill. Stay true and stay real, and until next time, see you guys later. Bye.